Alright then guys, so what we'll do now is we'll take a little look at this in action. Really nice trigger response. So that's a fast sounding gun, that is.
And here we are, the absolute beauty, the splendid magnificence of Rick's gun. Oh, look at the trades, oh, it's beautiful. As you can see in the video as well, I have tilted mine up a little bit. We've got the RGW suppressor, flashlight, PQ, EOTech, delicious. But let's go back to whence it all began, when it arrived in a little box in the post and I opened it up and I saw two little booklets. The first booklet is the do's and don'ts of using it, so no settling disputes using it, no firing at people unless they're in airsoft, no swimming with it, no hang gliding into a volcano whilst shooting. And then we've also got the other manual, which is the instructions, but basically it just covers off all the bits and bobs and finer aspects of the weapon. So for example, the usage of the magazine, how to set flip up sights, and the correct way to insert the batteries. Just rudimentary stuff. Now let's get this bit of cardboard out of the way. Oh, look at it, it's beautiful, and quite a bare box. So it comes with one 110 round magazine, and here she is. Oh, yes, you can see the red wire, doesn't matter though. So here she is, fantastic, brilliant quality. This is how you adjust the stock. Now some airsofters, some big ones with like millions of followers, said, oh, it only adjusts to the first one. Didn't even realise that they actually had two more notches that they could go to. Shame on them, really. Flip up sights, already attached, basic, and that's again how you change the length of it. Up by here, which is the charging handle, you can pull that out. It actually moves the slide that allows you to then get access to the hop unit. It's a bit iffy, it's not that great to actually open. You just push that back in and then adjust it. It's ambidextrous, you can adjust either side, but you just adjust it with that little switch there and it pushes it forward. You might have to manually move it yourself though. Forward grip, frontward grip thing, grippy. As you can see, I've also got the standard flash hider on it as well, and that's it. So here is what I've done to mine. So this is an RGW SOCOM 46 suppressor. It's made for the MP7s, but it's 12mm counterclockwise. So that's my one I put on there. Now to adjust the battery, you just simply pull this out, twist it to the side. Now I'm only twisting it to this side because of the torch. You should really be doing it to the other way because it's going to give me a lot more room. But you simply attach it and it actually stuffs just inside there. Here's the magazine. Now this magazine you need to be careful with. So it's a mid-cap magazine. It's nothing so special. You can only use the VFC Umarex ones. You can't use like the Well AEP ones or anything like that. But inside here there's a special follower. It's a magnetic follower that causes the gun to stop firing once it runs out of ammunition. As you can see, it moves to the side. But you need to make sure that this is fully pushed in, even if you're just going to put it into the gun for storage, because if you put it in with that poking out, bang, oh, it's broken, no!
Now this one works exactly the same as the TMs, so once they do run out, as we will find out now in a moment, it does actually stop. Or it did.
And so it was right by this moment where I'd realised that the gun had actually broken. Yep, so essentially the tappy plate, the delayer switch, or the hop had basically decided to destroy itself, and that was it. Smell it for good luck.
Hey guys, so I'm indoors now because hay fever is so much fun. So what you just saw then was the MP7 breaking. So yeah, it's gone. It's basically dead. It will not feed anymore. But then when I spoke to one of the guys in the team, Udo, he basically explained that there's been a lot of problems across the entire sort of like airsoft market with these VFC Umarex MP7A1s. It turns out that it could be one of three things. So the first one, which is a tappet plate, basically comes at a position, and unfortunately a new tappet plate may be needed because it's come out of position. Another is because if you're attaching silencers or anything like that to the actual barrel, it can push the inner barrel to the point of where it actually tears the hop unit and actually displaces the hop unit, causing it to it basically tears the rubber and then causes the hop unit not to sit correctly, so again stops feeding. But the other one, which seems to be the most common one, and what I had to do was I had to check on the VFC Facebook page and then find one of the groups for the users, and it turns out that it's a massive problem with the delayer switch. It turns out the delayer switch is made from plastic and it just breaks. So unfortunately that necessitates the need to actually take the entire gun apart and then replace it with a new one. Now VFC have said that they are replacing it for $3, but if your piece is $3 and you're trying to sell a gun which is close to the £500 mark, then why aren't you just making a replacement version? Now there's a lot of sort of like underground talk about the fact that VFC have been changing parts in their guns and sending them out, and that some retailers have even been saying, oh, this is a generation 2 version of the MP7. Well, again, I spoke to Udo and he went off and did his research, and it turns out that VFC have never made a generation 2. There's even some retailers out there which allegedly are saying that it's generation 3 as well, but that makes no sense. So especially considering that upon hearing about this, that apparently the VFC were replacing their tappet plates and their delay switches, VFC even apparently put up a post saying that they would actually like to know more information about where they got that information from, because while VFC have stated that they're in the process of looking at redesigning some parts of it, I should say, to address some issues, they've never actually released anything. So, for those people who are after a new tappet plate or a new delay switch, good luck. You're probably better, if you can take the gun apart, you're better off buying about 6 or 7 of them then. There was one post on that group in which the guy had said that this was his 5th MP7. He says that the first 2 had broken. They were 380 FPS versions, so he downgraded to 340s. Same things happened again. He's now on his 5th, which is apparently working okay, but you just saw in that video. Basically, I've put about 1 mag's worth of BBs through that gun, and that's it. It's dead. Now, amazing quality finish. It looks fantastic. It does look really nice. It's got all the trades on it. It's solid. In fact, it was probably one of the best airsoft guns for feel that I've ever used. But oh well.
So there you have it, guys. Very, very disappointing. Started off as a review. Was extremely excited to go through this, but then that happened. So what I've done is I've sent it back. I bought it from Land Warrior Airsoft. I contacted them. I explained that because of the amount of complaints regarding it, as well as you can see up on the screen as well, regarding this MP7 variant, that they said they would accept a full refund for it, because it was going to be replaced. But if there's no new generations or new iterations of the gun, I don't particularly want to go through all the hassle of that again. There has been a few people on the forums, as you can just see on one of the comments as well, saying that this is like his 4th or 5th version, and it's still not being addressed. Something as small as a $3 delayer switch can cause absolute havoc, but you would have thought with a company as reputable as VFC, Umarex as well, I mean, this was meant to be the holy grail of MP7A1s. We've been waiting a long time for this kind of AEG to come out, and then when it finally arrives, you'd have thought, I mean, granted it has got a completely new gearbox build, but come on guys, this is really poor, especially for such a big company as well. So yeah, a little bit more R&D. I would recommend just staying the hell away from them for the moment until we get official statements from VFC stating that they're either going to be changing certain parts of it, or they're going to be sending out for free the new delayer switches and tappet plates, in which case if that is happening, good on them. But otherwise, wait for a version 2. They have made a statement saying that they're looking at it, but come on guys, you would have thought, you know, a lot of people's are breaking after 1 or 2 mags. Like that one guy said, 500 BBs. Come on, you got plenty of time to do this. You can do it. So come on, get your act together. If you like what we did today, like and subscribe. It really helps us out. We're nearly at 300 followers, and thank you very much for watching. Take care.